Welcome to the induction for Birkdale Baptist Church's jumping castles. We have two jumping castles on offer. Both have slippery slides and obstacles within them. Jumping castle number 1 is 5 metres wide, 7.5 metres long and 5 metres high. Jumping castle number 2 is 6 metres by 6 metres and 4.5 metres tall. Jumping castle number 2 has a tunnel in behind the slippery slides. This induction covers both jumping castles, both their inflation and their deflation. Where there are differences, we will point them out. As you complete this induction, we would encourage you to follow along the procedures for the inflation and deflation, as well as the daily checklists that have been provided to you. Please note that both of these jumping castles weigh approximately 230 kilograms and therefore require 2 people to handle them in a safe manner. Before beginning inflation, the daily check sheet before setup should be completed. This involves checking the ground for obstacles or anything that might damage the jumping castle. Also ensure you have enough space around the jumping castle. 2 metres is the required space, and ensure that there is nothing overhead, wires or the like that may interfere with the jumping castle. To release the ratchet straps, you pull the locking bar and push the handle to the fully open position. Pulling then on the back of the ratchet, you can release the strap. Push the castle off the hand trolley and position it so that it will roll out from the back towards the front. Once you've removed the ropes, you can roll the castle out and then unfold it to its full extent. As you unpack the castle, inspect it as you go to ensure there is no damage or no tears or rips. Make sure the castle is stretched out properly and then hammer in the pegs. There should be 7 pegs for castle number 1 and 6 pegs for castle number 2. Stake caps have been provided for each peg. Inspect the blower as per the checklist and attach the blower to the vent tube, tying it securely and tying up all other vent tubes that are not going to be used. Finally, close all the vent zips and then complete the checklist for before inflation. Switch on the blower and watch the castle inflate, ensuring it does not get caught on any obstacle during inflation. Complete the checklist for during inflation. The castle will typically take about 4 to 5 minutes to inflate fully. Once the castle is inflated, check outside and inside for damage, for leaks and for holes. Please record any damage found on the condition report. Please complete the after inflation checklist now. Two copies of the safety rules are provided and should be posted at the entry to the jumping castle. Please familiarise yourself with those and ensure all operators know the rules of operation of this castle. While the castle is in operation, please complete the checklist for during use. Before deflation, ensure there are no children still left on the ride, and once you have checked the ride, turn off the blower. Open the vents and disconnect the blower from the vent tube to release the air. As the castle deflates, pull the walls in and straighten up the edges to allow easy folding. To use the peg puller, drop the chain through the end loop to form a loop of chain and put this chain loop over the top of the peg and tighten. Position the upright leg of the puller next to the peg and hook the chain onto the end of the puller. Try to pull with the chain in line with the peg to pull out the peg with a downward motion on the end of the puller handle. Straighten the castle as best you can, getting out as much air as possible by lying on it. Fold one edge into the centre and then the other edge also into the centre, and then fold it in half again. Push the air out as best you can and then start to roll it up. You should always roll from the front to the back to allow the air to escape out the back vent tubes. When you've rolled it up completely, tie it up with the ropes provided and position the hand trolley at one end. The procedure for folding up jumping castle number 1 is very similar, except at the beginning you fold it in half, and then fold it in half a second time, and then roll up from the front again towards the back so that the air can escape from the blower tube vents. Lift the castle onto its end onto the trolley. Be careful at this point not to pinch the castle with the trolley and so tear it. To attach the castle to the hand trolley with the ratchet straps, hook the straps on the uprights and pass them right around the castle and the trolley. Feed the loose end of the strap through the slot in the spindle. Release the locking mechanism on the handle so that you can close the handle of the ratchet. Pull the handle backwards and forwards to tighten the strap, and then tie the loose ends of the strap up and out of the way. The castle is now secure, ready to be transported or moved. Before you take delivery of the jumping castle, you will be required to complete the supervisor training checklist to ensure that you've watched this induction video and you understand the rules of operation and the limitations upon that. The equipment will be signed over to you and a condition report given to you. A 6x4 trailer is required to move this jumping castle, and trailer loading ramps are available for loan with this jumping castle. When you return this equipment, you'll be required to provide an updated copy of the condition report noting any damage that you have identified. You'll also be required to provide the completed checklist for inflation, operation and deflation. While we do not charge for the use of this jumping castle, it would be appreciated if a donation could be made towards the upkeep of these castles so that they may be used by other people in the future. Thank you for taking the time to complete this induction. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We hope you have a great event and enjoy the use of this equipment. God bless.